Bono said, "Whenever you see darkness, there is extraordinary opportunity for the light to burn brighter." Very good morning, students. Today I am here with Chapter 2, The Sound of Music from the literature textbook Beehive. The Sound of Music. The chapter has been divided into two parts. Each part focuses on virtuous Evelyn Glennie and Ustad Bismillah Khan. The first part throws light on the life of the multi-percussionist Evelyn Glennie and her struggle, perseverance and determination in paving way to become a highly acclaimed musician globally. Here, virtuoso means a person highly skilled in music or another artistic pursuit. The Sound of Music Part 1. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. The title of the chapter itself is strange. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. It's quite similar like footprints without feet, dance without legs, or speech without tongue. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any one of us. That's why she expresses music so beautifully. There are many people around us who inspire us as they fought against a physical disability or any other mental disability and made their life a success story. Let's know more about them. Disability is never an obstacle in the path of success. This has been proved by many of the well-known personalities. Helen Keller, an author, a political leader and lecturer. Despite of disability of hearing and speaking, she proved herself. Arunima Sinha, mountaineer. Sudha Chandran, a classical Indian dancer. Tom Cruise, a Hollywood actor. Robin Williams, a well-known actor and a comedian. Who don't know about Albert Einstein? Great physicist. Prithi Srinivasan, cricketer and swimmer. Stephen Hawking, a well-known scientist, the most brilliant scientist of the era. United Nations International Day of Persons with Disabilities is annually observed on December 3. Many famous personalities who were either born with disability or they met with tragic incidents have made a place for themselves in the world, and they proved themselves in a better way. Their stories, reading about them, looking on their lives and their struggle always inspires and motivates us. This wonderful inspirational story brought to us by Deborah Cowley, a freelance writer and broadcaster. Deborah Cowley was born in India, grew up in Toronto, Canada, graduated in English from the University of Western Ontario and moved to Ottawa for a job with the Unitarian Service Committee. She then spent 2 years with the United Nations Relief and Work Agency UNRWA and Beirut, Lebanon before moving back to Ottawa to join the Canadian International Development Agency CIDA. Her broadcasting career began when she was portrayed to Washington with her husband. She worked as a freelance reporter of CBC Radio. When she and her husband were posted to Cairo, Egypt, she was commissioned to write the first official guidebook of Cairo and is currently in its 17th edition. Subsequent postings to London and Brussels gave Deborah the opportunity to write articles for the British and international editions of Reader's Digest, a famous magazine. Let's move on the lesson. Summary. It was a rush hour at the underground train platform. A slight nervous looking girl stood on the platform. Her name was Evelyn Glennie and she was excited for her first day at the Royal Academy of Music, London. Evelyn's journey from a Scottish farm to the Royal Academy had not been easy. Her journey, however, was marked with her determination to exceed expectations. Evelyn was 8 years old when her mother noticed that she could not hear when called. By 11, although Evelyn tried to conceal it, her growing deafness was hampering her studies. At the advice of Evelyn's headmistress, her parents took her to a specialist. Evelyn Glennie was diagnosed with nerve damage, which would impair her hearing permanently. She was advised to wear hearing aids and attend a special needs school. Even though the future looked bleak for Evelyn, she was determined to lead a normal life. She decided to go back to her previous school and pursue her interest in music. She wanted to play xylophone. Most of her teachers at school discouraged her. However, one of her teachers, Ron Forbes, noticed her potential. He became her mentor. He turned to drums and asked her to sense their music differently. That's when Evelyn noticed that she could feel the vibrations of drums through different parts of her body. She could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower drum from the waist down. Ron Forbes' novel method helped her mind and body to the sensation of music. James Blades, a master percussionist, believes that this ability of Glennie to feel music is what enables her to play music so beautifully. During her performances, she goes barefoot to feel the vibrations of instruments. Evelyn combined her talent for music with sheer determination and hard will. During school, she toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. She then auditioned for and joined the Royal Academy of Music in London. She also graduated from the Academy with top honors and awards. In 1991, she was awarded the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Through her success, she brought percussion to the forefront of the orchestra. Evelyn's journey has been called heroic by many, but Glennie believes it to a normal result of one's determination to achieve one's goals. Other than music, Evelyn is skilled in languages. She can also hold a conversation with a person by only reading their lips. She spends her free time giving concerts in prisons, hospitals. She also teaches music to children. She helps to raise funds for deaf children. Anne Richland calls her a shining inspiration for deaf children. She is an inspiration, thus inspires others to chart a life destined for greatness. She also gives pleasure to millions through her music. Evelyn's message to the people: we should never give up. Life is full of challenges. It depends on us whether we face it boldly or sit and cry over it. Evelyn always says, if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. Evelyn's story gives inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions and millions and millions. I hope you understand the summary and the entire story of Evelyn's life and get the inspiration. For better understanding, please do read the lesson. Thank you. For better